Oh, yeah, we just want to get started.
Yeah, I just buy a bunch and then I always put them in my back pocket.
How does it look? Is it too zoomed
So
out?
like sometimes there's like pockets of pants I'm not
Like
using.
right there.
Yeah. Hey, Karen, do you mind moving? This is recording.
I'm supposed to be bartending anyways.
Right. Oh.
Like so. Alright guys, my name is Michelangelo. Daniel, I'm recording, right?
Yeah, you're recording.
Alright, cool. So I just got a couple poems from my favorite poet, NQ. I got some love poems for the cute couple over here. Hear me out. It's just 3 poems, maybe 4, depending on the time and how we feel. This is my favorite poet. His name is NQ. You can look him up and everything on like YouTube and stuff. This poem is called "When It's Right." Falling in love is like finding a home in the heart of a person that you've never known. It's the waiting for the ring of the phone when you're alone. It's making a playlist of all your favorite songs. Remember how it felt when their touch made you melt? When their presence made you a better version of yourself? When your bed was like an island in the middle of the sea, and their eyes were the only sunset you could see? When their smile was enough to inspire a forever in this lifetime of learning how to love each other better? It's beyond words. It's knowing how she takes her tea. It's knowing when to challenge her and when to let her be. It's knowing when to hold her and when to set her free. It is chemistry and honesty, empathy, integrity, and humility. It is calling when you're gonna be late, or giving her the last bite of cake from your plate. It is going on vacation and walking along the beach. It is the sound that she makes when she laughs in her sleep. It is real, especially when it's hard, because we've chosen to reveal who we really are, beautiful with all our scars. She's like a sky of stars. I've never felt as infinite as I am in her arms. I've never felt as intimate as when I'm in her charms. I've never met someone and instantly knew I belonged. So now the songs on the radio are making more sense, and every rom-com movie seems a little bit more intense. I'm having dreams and I'm painting her a picket fence. Our kids are playing the lawn still in their innocence, picturesque in every sense, like a Norman Rockwell, and it feels so real. A modern fairy tale with a pool and a barbecue grill. We'll have a 2-car garage, and every week she'll get a gift certificate for 1 foot massage. And when she's had a hard day, we'll go walk it off. And when she's had a hard night, we'll get some Haagen-Dazs. We'll put our goals on a list, and then we'll cross them off. I'll take some pics of her kids and then print them and make a Mother's Day collage. Or send her flowers just because. Her skin is the closest that I've been to God. See, love is a long ladder up to heaven. It's like a dance where you move apart and come back together. It's sunshine and a stormy weather. Because you would never know the one unless you knew the other. And in the end, you'll be old and gray with a pair of rocking chairs and some Grand Mariner. Grandkids on a grand piano in the foyer. Photographs of your family filling in the hallway, and everybody in the neighborhood will ask you for advice. And you'll slowly lean in, and then you'll look around twice, then you'll whisper real light, like it's the secret to your life, and say, when you know, you know. Because when it's right, it's right. So that's that one. All Alright, this one's not that much of a love poem, but I think it's pretty important to know if you're in a relationship. Alright, it's called Change. It says, most people don't change. I mean, they won't change. I mean, they can change, but they usually can't seem to change. I find it so strange that people continue to repeat the similar patterns like the consequences don't matter when they clearly do. What if God put a magnifying glass over you, over me, over everything we see, and this world is an experiment for your soul to survive separated from our infinite goal? I wouldn't know joy unless I knew pain. I'm searching for a new way to say the same old thing. They say the same old thing and they expect a different response. It's hard to explain. I guess the heart wants what it wants. I used to think I was right or wrong. Now I know I was wrong, so I'm right. Darkness is a form of light. I used to think that I was mad at you, but I was really mad at me. But in retrospect, that's how it had to be. I used to think that I knew some shit. Now I know that I don't know shit, but at least now I know enough shit to know that I don't know shit. I'm a hitchhiking ghost trying to find his way home. Every mistake that I make, I put inside of a poem. She wants to change her man, but she's focused on her man. She should focus on herself and rearrange her mental health. He wants to change his girl, but he's focused on his girl. He should focus on himself and rearrange his mental health. We want to change the world, but we're focused on the world. We should focus on ourselves. Why do I repeat myself? Everybody's superpower doubles as their kryptonite. I think too much to sleep at night, but that's what makes me rip at night. That one, and then thank you. Let's see here. Actually, before I do that one. Okay, this is okay. I got 2 more poems. This one I like to read out loud to myself when I'm kind of feeling sad or mad at the world. It's called Whistle. This one time I saw this dude who worked for Vons collecting stacks of shopping carts in the parking lot with one arm. Now I should say on this particular day I had been feeling down about myself, depressed about some stupid shit, complaining in my head that I'm not as far in life that I would like to be, that life is victimizing me. Mind you, I was buying food at the time. To put in my car, to put in my house, to put it into my fridge, to put it into my mouth, and that's when I saw him. 10 carts deep, pushing them with one arm down the street, whistling. Now I swear he was whistling. Do you know how happy I would have to be spontaneously pucker up my lips? Like if I was about to blow a kiss and open up a bit and push some air out of my esophagus into a higher pitch? Really fucking happy. Anyways, back to this dude. The first thought I had, I'll admit, was a bit rude, but hear me before you vote. See, I was confused because if I was in his shoes and I had to choose a job, that wouldn't be the job that I would choose. And I know that sounds hardcore, but honestly, this is the one of those jobs that I would want 2 arms for. Now that being said, this particular dude was an absolute gangster. Like, the arm he had was enough to be strong enough to be an anchor on an oil tanker. Like, he could have been Arnold Schwarzenegger's trainer when he was starring in The Terminator. And he woke me up like a scent from a cup of Senka, so I went home and wrote this poem as an ode to thank him. It really got me thinking about my situation. Like, why the hell am I complaining? This world is full of people maintaining. No matter who you are or where you're from, we all wake up every day to accept the fact that we don't know where we'll go or why we've come, which can cause confusion. We distract ourselves and focus on amusement instead of self-improvement, a mutually agreed upon collective delusion. But with this much stimulus and this little understanding, it's a wonder that we don't completely just fucking lose it. Genius and insanity are closer than they seem. Your perspective is the difference between your nightmares and your dreams. Because if everything is an energy, if everything is an energy and my body is a vessel, then my struggle is unique, but that doesn't make it special. And this one-armed man had the strength to up and whistle with the fistful of shopping carts that he guided like a missile, and it blew me away like a sneeze into a tissue that someone who seemingly has so many issues could unequivocally be so blissful, while someone who is as lucky as I am could be creating problems by the listful. So from this point on, if my thoughts start thinking that they're important, or my feelings start feeling distorted, I'm going to sort them into categories to see if I can change them. If I can, I'll simply make the moves to rearrange them. If I can't, I'll acknowledge them, but won't engage them. I'll gather all my confidence and courage as I face them, and so that was called Whistle. Alright, and then here's my last one. It's a nice little love poem. I was trying to practice it a little bit today. It's called 85. I want to fall in love at 85. Go on shuffleboard dates and dance to hip hop from 95. We'd also listen to the song Staying Alive, but only for the message. Otherwise, we'd keep it away from disco. It's depressing. We'd rock matching tracksuits and rope gold chains. We'd look like Run DMC, but in their old age. We'd take aerobics classes and wear bifocal glasses and eat at IHOP and hold hands at Sunday masses. And when it comes to the bedroom, well, nothing much would happen in the bedroom because we're 85. But we would be still down to take a walk or take a drive or sit and talk and have a drink and watch the passerby and ask each other why and how and who and where and why. And then we'd laugh and cry again about the people we had been. I would touch her withered skin and comment on how thin it is to keep something so infinite. And she would smile sweet and blush, then tell me that I think too much. She's right. I think too much. It's always been a problem. But then again, that's how I made my green like the goblin. When I was in my 20s, I was eating top ramen, counting my pennies, saving up to go food shopping. But now I'm 85, and somehow I feel more alive. I turn my hearing aid up and bump Jurassic 5. I read the sports page while she peruses classifieds. We like antique stores and garage sales and barter buys. And when it comes to the bedroom, well, hopefully every once in a while, she lets me knock her boots into the floral patterns of her bedpost, then hold her head closed like death isn't chasing us, planning on erasing us and replacing us with better versions of us, reshaping us, remaking us, then recreating us with new identities so that we can make new memories. Hush, little baby, learn to walk and talk and think and lie and feel and fight and love and die and never get the answers why. She dips a joint of grass and wheatgrass and we get high. Her hair is silver as the moon in the Miami sky. We still pop pills, but not Molly anymore. Whenever we can't sleep, we listen to the ocean floor. She got Sounds of the Sea CD for me from the Brookstone store. And ever since, I've been snoring like a really good metaphor for snoring. Sorry, I go blank. I'm 85. I'm not complaining. I'm just happy that I'm still alive. And happy that I have my better half by my side. Superfly. She doesn't look a day over 65. When I first saw her, I was totally in awe. She was classical. So I was like, yo, yo, ma. And that was... and that's all it took. A single look, and then I was shook. I fell for her like some loose shingles from her Spanish roof. I will love her until she loses every last root and has to glue dentures into her gums to chew solid food. Ooh, now that's called real love, dude. That's push comes to shove love. Not when it's convenient love. Hospital bed love. Feed her ice chips love. Never leave the room love. Sleeping in the chair love. Pray to up above love. Have to pull the plug love. Miss her in my bones love. Everything about her love. Die within a month love. Can't live without her love. Love. The only reason that we're alive. And none of us should wait until we're 85.